As former Canada coach, how do you see Canada's chances in the World Cup this year? Or maybe as an English, how do you see the chances of England in the World Cup? Is it coming home?
To be honest, I won't be following either. This is my team now. The only thing I obsess over every day is how we qualify this team for 2030. So while the World Cup's on, I'll be in Bali working. And when the World Cup's on, and if I'm not in Bali, I'll be working to get ready for AFF. So if I'm lucky, I'll get to see some games. But for Canada, I wish them all the best. They're in their home country. They have a chance to inspire their nation. They have the best team they've ever had. They have World Cup experience, so yeah, they should get out of their group. And I wish them all the best.
For England, is it coming home?
I don't care. I don't care.
Because there is no Jordi Amat in this FIFA match.
Yes.
What's the reason behind?
Yeah, I mean, Jordi, Iliano Reinders, they've had long seasons. Iliano had an injury, and same with Jezdes. We want to make sure that they get healthy, so they're not. When Iliano comes to AFF preparation, he's not rehabbing an injury. Jordi Amat, he's had a long season. I got to see Jordi in the March window. I understand him as a player, as a leader. So I thought it was important to give other opportunities to other players so I could see them. So a good conversation with Jordi. He's an older pro. He understands his body and what he needs. So he'll come back ready in July, fresh, healthy, to train and compete for his spot.
Coach, we know that Jay Edens has a very big role in the team, not only as a captain but also in his position as a defensive player. How do you see which player that could fit in the position when he's not in the team?
Yeah, it's a great question. I don't think you can replace Jays. That's a simple answer. I mean, what this man does behind the scenes for the team, he is a real leader, a genuine leader that cares about the mission to qualify this country, to take this country to the next level. So he's irreplaceable. It's as simple as that. But we do have players like Elgin Baggett, who has a similar personality in terms of his desire to help people, his desire to put the team first, but also his ability as a defender. So I'm hoping Elgin, Justin Hubner, Rizky Ridho can step up this camp. And then other players like Sandy Walsh and Matthew Baker, boys that are going to get a chance to push for a starting position now. Obviously, Jays isn't here.
Okay. Last question, Coach, of this Indonesian team right now.
I think what I'm learning is that there's a real brotherhood forming. Last week in May, I got to work with all of the local players, and I got to feel the real spirit of Indonesian people. And I'm excited to harness that. I think there's a real family orientation here, which bodes well for teams that go on to qualify for World Cups. We can harness the spirit, we can harness the togetherness, we can harness the family. And I'm going to do that with every man. And I think that the diaspora players, when they come into camp, I want them to feel it every time, what Indonesia is, and ultimately what we're fighting for, which is you.
Maybe about the captain, coach. You are maybe already got the name for the captain.
Yeah, the captain. So as always, the players pick their captain. That's not a coach's decision. For me, I'll pick the tactics, I'll pick the selection, I'll do the discipline if I have to. I'll talk to the media, but I won't pick the captain. The team does that, and the team picked Rizky Ridho to captain the team.
Okay, finish it. Thank you. One last from me. You are getting ready for FIFA Matchday and also
Yes.
AFF Senior Cup. So, how do you see Indonesian talent pool so far while you are appointed as a coach? Since you are appointed as a coach, is it a deep level in terms of talent pool?
It's deep. It's deep, but it needs work. I think that's the biggest question or the biggest statement. It just needs work. It needs refined. You know, the first day in camp with the domestic players was tough. It was tough. You know, I've had the chance to work with Alphonso Davies, with Jonathan David, so I know what the world level is. But now, after 4 days working with that group, the mentality is right, and the trajectory was really positive. So for me, there's real potential. So we've got to work. We have to get to work. We have to do extra. And I'm prepared to work, and the players are. So we'll be in early in July. We'll get to work to do you proud in the AFF. That's the mission. I know.
How about the training?
The preparation of
Preparation.
Yeah, the training tonight has been at a real high intensity. It was the defending session, so the players are taking on board some new information, but also building on the work that we did in the last camp. In the last game against Bulgaria, we conceded one shot on goal, and you know that's something we want to build on going into this game. But at the same time, we've got to be ready to take some risk as well. So part of that work tonight was understanding, you know, the numbers in our rest defence and you know how we ensure that while we keep clean sheets and defensively stubborn.
Coach, there is Messi Hilgers in this training. So can you explain about why Messi Hilgers joining this training?
Yeah, Mies is on a recovery. He's not part of the squad for this camp. So Mies, I think, is an important part of this group for the future. He's had a tough season with injury. He has a period of time now where if we can put him in an environment that has players around him, it's emotionally a bit better and than training on his own in the last stages of his recovery. So for us, you know, Indonesia is home for him now. It's where he loves to be. He asked if he could do some of his rehab here with his football family here, and you know, we opened him with welcome arms. So he'll be on the sides, and we'll just be monitoring some of that recovery.
Coach, we've been talking with Mr. Sumarji, and we talk about Matthew Baker. So that he will be one of the busiest young players because he will be he called for 2 teams for this and also for under 19, under 20. What is your expectation or what you want him to achieve when you call him for the national team?
Yeah, I think I said it last time. We have a strategy called the acceleration strategy. So the goal is to accelerate young talent that are showing some of the profile markers for the positions that we see at the national team. He's certainly shown he can hit some of those markers in the camp that we had in May. We were really impressed with what we saw. So for him, the younger you can start your international career, the more chance you have of springboarding to the next stage of your career. Again, I've mentioned the work with Jonathan David, with Liam Miller, etc. in Canada. These are young players that were in academies. And giving them national team opportunities, they then find themselves in big clubs and big moments. So with Matthew, we see a little bit of that potential in him. It's important for him to expose him. Kevin Dix is mentoring him this week, so he gets that exposure to a Bundesliga player with international experience. And for him, it'll be the memory of a lifetime, I think, training with this group. But for him, when he sees this intensity, he'll be able to take that into the youth environment as well and set a new standard there. So again, first job is for him to reach the standard here. He's not looking out of place. He's had a good start to the camp, wonderful attitude, but he is young and he's got a long way to go.
Coach, after a long time, Marcelino come back to the squad. how do you expect from Marcelino, and he ready start for Oman match?
Ya, siap. Marcelino bagus banget. Yeah, very impressed. Tonight, slowly, in the May camp, yesterday and then today, he reached a different level today. I seen, as I said to him after the training, I seen his level tonight. I was excited. It's the first few sessions you could see he was rusty. But tonight, I think he showed his qualities, and yeah, maybe he's close to starting for Friday. We'll see. He's got 2 more training sessions to show his quality, and we'll see.
Coach, you mentioned Ryan Hanan many times, and then finally he's
Gak sempet baca? Dengerin aja, klik icon text to speech di okezone.com.